It helped out in every way. I really appreciate that. D.O.D is in the building. Wow, how are you? Thank you so much for coming.
Car. That is where this story begins tonight. Not in a government building, not in a military command center, not in any of the official locations where Israeli power is formally exercised and formally transferred and formally recorded in the institutional machinery of a functioning democracy. In a car, moving through Tel Aviv at a speed that our correspondent on the ground describes as the speed of someone who has received a phone call that changes everything, surrounded by security, headed toward a destination that the Israeli government has not disclosed, and that 3 separate sources are describing tonight as the location where the decision is being made. The decision about whether Yair Netanyahu, the 33-year-old son of Benjamin Netanyahu, the young man who has lived his entire public life in the shadow of a father whose name is one of the most recognizable in the world, whether that young man is about to become the prime minister of the state of Israel. And I need to tell you why that decision is being made, why it is being made tonight. Why it is being made in a car moving through Tel Aviv instead of in the orderly succession process that Israeli law provides for. Why the name Yair is the name that is consuming every intelligence agency, every foreign ministry, every head of state, every analyst, and every observer who has been watching this crisis for 19 days and who thought, after the TAFU audio and the permanent vacancy assessment and the D&I resignation and the fabricated intelligence accusation, who thought that this story had produced every surprise it was capable of producing. It had not. Iran killed Netanyahu. Not allegedly, not reportedly, not according to unverified claims from state media channels that have spent this entire crisis weaponizing uncertainty against the world's ability to know what is true. According to a source that I need to describe carefully because the source is the story as much as what the source said. The source is inside the Israeli government. Senior, with direct access to the information that has been held in the rooms that the Israeli government has kept locked since the bunker strike changed everything. A source who has been silent for 19 days, who has watched every video and every archive and every TAFU audio and every D&I resignation and said nothing, confirmed nothing, denied nothing, and who tonight at this hour, in a conversation with our correspondents that lasted 11 minutes, said the words that the world has been circling for 19 days without being able to land on them. He said, "It is confirmed. Iran killed him in the bunker strike. We have known since day 3. The government made the decision to manage the information because the alternative, the immediate public confirmation of the prime minister's death in the opening days of the conflict, was assessed as more dangerous than the uncertainty. We were wrong. The uncertainty became its own catastrophe, and now we are here. Day 3. Israel has known since day 3. Let me sit inside that for a moment before I go any further, because the implications of day 3 are the implications that every person watching this broadcast needs to understand before anything else tonight. Day 3 is before the coffee video, before the alive video, before the breathing wall and the blinking iris and the 6-finger archive, before the Knesset address promised in 72 hours that never came, before the succession notification that the White House called permanent vacancy, before the TAFU audio, before the D&I resignation, before every piece of this 19-day information war that consumed the world's attention and verification capacity and strategic calculation while the Israeli government sat on the knowledge that their prime minister was dead.